Happy Sunday! I am the supplier, and this is like March wrap-up and a little bit of April TBR and my Sunday Bookstack for the week of March 31st, 2013. So, last month, well, I guess it's still technically this month, March, I read 12 books, and here they are. And I think my favorites out of March were Legend, which my cousin and some other people told me to read. It was fantastic. Between Shades of Grey, which was also fantastic, and met my historical fiction book gap challenge. And I Want My Hat Back, which I read on Friday when I was in the bookstore. It was fantastic, and I want to get it so I can talk about inference with my students. It is definitely not a book for little kids. I thought it was, but I'm glad I didn't buy it for my niece. In terms of TBR, I'm just gonna tell you about my book gap challenge TBR for this month, since I'm averaging a pretty close to 15 books a month right now. It would be ridiculous to talk about all of them at once, and then I wouldn't have a weekly vlog to do because you'd know what I was reading already. So my historical fiction book is The Berlin Boxing Club. This was recommended to me by one of the teachers in my building, and it is set in Nazi-era Germany. The main character is Jewish, but he doesn't practice his religion, but he is picked on. His dad makes a deal with a famous boxer to give him lessons, and he's not really interested in it. But it is through these boxing lessons that Carl will have to learn how to protect his family in Nazi-era Germany. So the book for my romance book gap challenge is The Statistical Probability of Love at First Sight, which I don't know too much about, but it was in that stack of books that I got from Book Fair, and it was the only clearly romance novel on the massive stack of books on my desk over there. So this is the one I'm going to read this month. At some point I will get to it because I said I would. Ha. And for my adult novel book gap challenge, it is Gone Girl, and I'm going to buy an ebook copy of it. I haven't gotten it yet. I'm reading it with my book club called the Bibliophiles. Files with an F, from the Mixed Up Files of Mrs. Basil E. Frankel. Anyway, from what I've read, it's about a woman who goes missing and her husband is the prime suspect, and they're all keeping secrets, and I don't know, Pam's pretty excited about it, it seems, so that is my adult book for my book gap challenge this month. This week, I have 3 books in my stack, as I think I tend to have 3 books in my stack. So my 3 books are as follows. First is The Runaway King, the sequel to False Prince, which I finished reading on Friday. Today's Sunday, right? Yeah. I finished reading it on Friday. It wasn't in my stack for last week, but I finished those a little faster than I thought I was going to, so I threw False Prince in there. I'm excited for this one. I loved The False Prince, and Mom, I will send you this when I'm done. That way, you know, since you enjoyed The False Prince, you can read this one too, and we don't have to have any of my students write you any letters to get you to read books. Second in my stack for this week is Nothing, about a kid who says that nothing matters, and it's his journey to find out what matters and things matter, I think, and to prove that things matter. And this was given to me by my best friend quite some time ago, because I have said that things don't matter before, and I think she's trying to tell me something. So I don't know any more about it than that, but I will read it this week so I can give it back to her. And third in my stack is another book from the Scholastic Book Fair book haul. It is The Raft by S.A. Bodine. All I know about this one too is essentially the girl on the cover, the main character and 2 other people who are in this cargo plane are stuck in a raft in the middle of the ocean, and all they have is a packet of Skittles. So it's a survival story. I've read 2 other books by Bodine that I really enjoyed, The Compound and The Gardener, and I actually teach The Gardener this last grading period with my students. We do some science and it's fun, so I've had pretty good luck with Bodine, so I'm excited to read this one as well. Yay! So that is my stack. I don't have any particularly fun stories. We've been in testing, and I've actually been, you know, doing testing. My feet hurt. How about that? I have decided that I want to rearrange my office such that there are tall bookshelves behind me. I don't know what I'm going to do with my posters. Essentially because I have run out of space on my bookshelves. I know it doesn't look like it because there's like a big gaping hole over there right now, but last grading period we always read a novel together, which means I get most of the books that my students have borrowed from me back, and it's pretty tight in the rest of the room. Like, I've got stacks in front of stacks. So I need more bookshelves, I need more space, and I've got piles on the floor as well that you can't see. So we're gonna rearrange the office, and I might show you some of that. I haven't decided. So that's it for me today. I will actually see you later on today because I gotta get that feature shelf up that I have been promising and then not doing because I'm a slacker. So I'm gonna go do feature shelf, and I will see you guys later. Happy reading, and don't forget to be awesome.